What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Latch.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at UFC 277, Pena versus Nunes 2. We're going to be looking at all the fights on the main card. And right now we're going to be looking at Alexandre the Cannibal Pantoja versus Alex Perez, a nice little flyweight matchup. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We're putting out videos for almost every fight night and pay-per-view. So if you're looking for content like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. And yeah, what we got, Jeff?
Yep, so we have Alexandre the Cannibal Pantoja. He's currently ranked number 4. He's 24-5, 32 years old, 5'5", 68-inch reach, and he's coming off back-to-back wins against Brandon Royval and Manel Kape. And he's going up against Alex Perez, currently ranked number 6. He's 24-6, 30 years old, 5'6", and a 65.5-inch reach. He's coming off a loss against Davison Figueiredo, and before was against Jussier Formiga. What you think?
I think this is a nice little flyweight matchup. That's kind of has high stakes for both fighters. You know, Alex Perez, ranked number 6. He's obviously coming off that title loss to Davison Figueiredo, but he did take that on short notice. So you know, I feel like his stock didn't drop too much, especially not to Dana White and Hunter Campbell and all those guys, because he took it on short notice. And you know, Pantoja ranked number 4. You know, he has a he's been calling out the top guys. You know, like Brandon Moreno. He actually has 2 wins over Brandon Moreno. One in the Ultimate Fighter and then one official win. And so, you know, he'd be a good guy to put in the mix. He's a little quiet, so obviously we haven't really heard too much from him. But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised after, especially on a card that has Kai Kara-France versus Brandon Moreno for the interim title. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys is up next after them. You know, once Davison finally recovers, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys is next in line after that fight happens. And, yeah, I mean, we got Pantoja. He's been in the UFC for a while now, it feels like. I feel like he's pretty good. His hands have really developed. He used to be just a jiu-jitsu guy. He obviously has really good grappling, and his hands are finally catching up to him, you know. In his last 2 fights, I feel like he faced very difficult strikers, you know. I like to say Manel Kape and especially Brandon Royval. They're like creative, chaotic fighters or strikers, you know?
Yeah.
And we saw in his last fight, Brandon Royval really took it and put a lot of pressure on Pantoja, right? And I thought Pantoja looked a little gassed after, like, the first round.
Yeah.
But I saw that I saw what I saw in the Manel Kape fight before that where he didn't back down. You know, like, he still stayed in his game plan. You know, he just kind of weathered the storm, and he was able to stay calm and collected. And I don't know, you know, I really like that from him. I think that's going to be important here, especially because Alex Perez is kind of in the similar ballpark as Pantoja, except he's a wrestler, right? And then his hands are finally catching up to him here. But he kind of reminds me of Michael Chiesa, where although he is a wrestler, he has 4 of his 6 losses are actually by submission. So he tends to get a little sloppy and tends to get caught in submissions. And I think that's a really dangerous thing and a very glaring, very glaring error in his resume for someone like Pantoja, who he has 10 wins by submission, and he is a really good jiu-jitsu guy. And so if he messes up, I think this is a big threat for him. But yeah, I mean, how do you see Alex Perez winning this fight, if at all?
I think it has to be with the wrestling, probably.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
You think you can hold him down though? Because I think I saw some good scrambles from Pantoja against Royval.
Yeah.
And Kape.
Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know about his, like, I guess, endurance.
Who? Pantoja?
Yeah, like doing scrambles. Because, like you said, after that first round against Brandon Royval, they scrambled a couple times, and I don't know, he looked...
He looked gassed for real.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was saying earlier, I think it's because it was like chaotic. Like, you know how Brandon Royval fights, and you could see that he was fighting Royval's kind of like he was going to Royval's tempo, and I think that's what gassed him. You know, but I don't know. That's what I think.
You think Alex Perez is going to stay on the feet?
I think he's going to start strong on the feet. I think he's going to be swinging for the fences. You know, he kind of reminds me of Chad Mendes in the way he strikes, like, you know, kind of like a wrestler, how they used to strike back in the day. Yeah. But I feel like if he wants to win, I think he has to take it to the ground, at least control him, do some damage. I really don't think he can beat Pantoja by submission, so he has to TKO him, I think, through ground and pound. Or, you know, on the feet, maybe he lands something big. But Pantoja looked really good against better strikers in Manel Kape and Brandon Royval. So it doesn't give me a lot of hope for Alex Perez, to be honest. He could wrestle and control him, but like I said, I don't think I don't think he subs Pantoja. If he does, that'd be fucking crazy, I think.
Right.
But that's why I actually have Pantoja by submission. I just think Alex Perez, he's going to be losing on the feet, and he's going to try his luck with the takedown, and I just think he's not clean enough. He went for the takedown and got stuck in the submission against Figueiredo. And, Figgy's a good sub guy, but I think Pantoja's basically on the same level when it comes to grappling. And I don't know. I feel like if he gives his neck, Pantoja's going to take it. So I think Pantoja's going to win, and I think by submission. Yeah, what do you think?
I think Pantoja. I think this fight's probably going to stay on the
feet.
On the feet. I think so because, there's going to be takedowns and stuff, of course, but I think for the majority of the time it's going to stay on the feet, and I think Pantoja has the advantage on the feet.
I think so too. A slight advantage.
Yeah, he beat like Matt Schnell. He was like brawling with him though. Like they were going at it.
Oh yeah, Pantoja, right?
Yeah, and he got caught with the two coming in. So, I think, and that has been a while ago. I think that was like maybe 2-3 years ago.
I think
so. I think he's only gotten better since then. There's still room for improvement, but I think right now he does have the upper hand against Alex Perez. So I'm gonna say Pantoja wins by decision.
By decision. All right. Well, that's what we think. We both think Pantoja is gonna win. I think he's going to win by submission. I think Alex Perez's grappling, especially his wrestling, he makes a couple mistakes. And just like he lost to Figueiredo, I think Pantoja catches him in an error and submits him. Jeff thinks he wins by decision. He thinks the fight's going to stay standing. And I agree with him that Pantoja, I think, has the advantage on the striking. I think he fights long. He throws nice combinations. Perez does have some fast hands. So I think we're going to see what his game plan is. But let us know down below what you think. Do you think Pantoja is going to take this? He is a minus 175 favorite, so a slight favorite over Perez at plus 150. Or do you think Perez comes through? Let us know down below what you think. And yeah, check out our other videos. We're actually doing every other fight on this same card. And like this video, subscribe. Why not? And yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights. Don't forget to tune in. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya.